He was more than just a guitarist. He was a symbol of rebellion, passion, and pure rock and roll energy. Ace Frehley, the legendary spaceman of Kiss, has left our world at 74. The man who made millions dream of holding a guitar, who turned music into lightning and stage lights into stars, is gone. But his spirit, it's louder than ever. In this video, we'll uncover the life, the glory, the chaos, and the legacy of one of rock's most electrifying icons, and why his journey still echoes in the hearts of every fan who ever shouted the words, "Rock and roll all night." Stick with me, because what you're about to hear will make you feel every note of his life. Ace Frehley's story began in the Bronx, a boy torn between touchdowns and tremolos, until one brutal hit on the football field made him realize his hands weren't meant for tackling, they were meant for guitar strings. That realization would set him on a path that changed rock history. Inspired by the wild theatrics of The Who and the electrifying sound of Cream, Ace found his purpose, not just to play, but to perform, to ignite, to shock. His audition for Kiss wasn't glamorous. He couldn't even afford a cab. His mother drove him, and when the band saw his mismatched clothes, they laughed until he started to play. That's when everything changed. When Ace plugged in his guitar and unleashed that first solo, the room transformed. Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, and Peter Criss knew instantly they'd found their missing piece. The band that would become Kiss was born, and Ace's cosmic style became their pulse. With his space-age persona and fiery guitar solos, he wasn't just playing music, he was creating a universe. The makeup, the explosions, the lights. It was rock theater at its finest. By 1975, Kiss was unstoppable. The live album, Alive, exploded in sales, turning the band into gods of the stage, and Ace became every young musician's idol. But behind the spotlight, darkness crept in. Fame brought pressure, and the pressure brought vices. Drugs, alcohol, endless tours, they all took their toll. Ace once admitted that cocaine and booze nearly destroyed him, that some days he didn't even show up to the studio. Yet, even at his lowest, his passion burned too fiercely to die. His solo record in 1978, featuring New York Groove, outsold the other Kiss members' albums and became his anthem. He was proof that chaos and genius often share the same soul. As the band's fame grew, so did the tension. Kiss became a global phenomenon, and Ace began to feel trapped in the circus they'd created. Lunchboxes, dolls, censorship. It wasn't the gritty rock rebellion he'd signed up for. By 1982, the weight became unbearable. He walked away from a $15 million contract, a move that could have ruined anyone else. But not Ace. He said if he had stayed, it might have killed him. Instead, he chose freedom. A freedom that cost him fortune but saved his life. Ace formed Frehley's Comet in the 80s, proving again that he was more than a member of Kiss. He was an artist in his own right. Then, in 1996, Destiny called once more. The original Kiss lineup reunited, makeup and all. The world went wild. Fans packed stadiums to relive the glory days. But even in that reunion, old wounds never fully healed. Ace felt excluded from recording sessions and creative decisions. Eventually, he left again, replaced by Tommy Thayer, the man who wore his makeup, played his solos, but could never match his soul. Still, Ace never stopped. Over the past 2 decades, he toured relentlessly, electrifying audiences with classics like Shock Me and Cold Gin. His final show in Providence ended as it should, with Rock and Roll All Night. He left the stage the same way he entered it, loud, defiant, unforgettable. When news broke of his passing, the rock world fell silent. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley called him irreplaceable, and fans across generations wept for the man who made them believe in the power of sound. His family said he left surrounded by love, laughter, and music, just the way he lived. Ace Frehley's legacy isn't measured in fame or money. It's in every kid who picked up a guitar because of him. Every dreamer who believed they could be a star, even if the world laughed first. Ace proved that legends don't fade, they echo. If this story moved you, don't let it stop here. Honor Ace's memory. Share this video, leave your favorite Kiss memory in the comments, and keep his fire alive. Because while Ace Frehley may have left the stage, the show will never end.